Guys, we are taking you on what may be the coolest adventure we've ever been on, if it turns out the way we hope. Right?
Right.
Right, okay.
So as you can tell from our hats, summer is upon us. The
Woo!
sun is baking.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of water packed with us. We've got all of our camera gear, and we're hoping to show you guys something really, really cool.
yeah, but we're not gonna tell them until we actually see it, right? Because you know how I love surprises.
All right, let's get going. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Woke up with some congestion. Don't know what that's about. In fact, we had probably the roughest night on anchor we've ever had.
Not probably. We had the roughest night on anchor that we have ever seen. It was absolutely horrid. The current was going one way, the wind was going the other. And I actually said at one point, I'm like, we should film this. But honestly, I was so angry because I couldn't sleep at all that I didn't want to do anything except for just go to sleep. So.
I tried getting her to get the camera up.
That is so not true. So not true. Okay guys, we just got to the spot and I'm gonna take out the big lens so I can capture them on camera. I can't wait to show you what we're seeing.
Guys, I'm so excited for you to see this. In fact, let me turn the camera around so you can see what Emily's about to do. What you got there? All right, well, the flamingos flew away or down the island from where Emily was filming them, but I've decided to go on a mission of my own to try and film them again. So I'm walking down the beach, which is not a very easy walk, trying to get to them. Maybe I should have brought my shoes, but we're getting close. Some pretty cool shots of these three flamingos. It's really interesting. I don't know if this is a mating pair with a young or if it's just three singles.
Well, it says the bright pink one is the male.
The bright pink one. Okay, so that's the one on the right now?
Yeah.
And then there's two females with it.
Yeah, but the one in the middle could also be a male. It's pretty pink too.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe some of you guys watching might know a little bit about flamingos and their habits. Their mating habits.
Funny, our friends are now swimming toward them, trying to be as quiet and discreet as possible.
Yeah, we're trying not to put too much pressure on them, but at the same time, we really want to get some good footage and pictures. It's nothing like finding wild flamingos to really get excited about. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. I've obviously seen, oh, there they go. I've obviously seen many of flamingos at zoos and parks and so forth, but these things are so cool. Look how long their necks are. Let me see if I can turn this way around so you can see them flying. I don't know if you can see them or not going across there. So cool. Hey babe, you're looking mighty cute with that camera over your shoulder. Looking like you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I gotta be really quiet because we're walking to where the flamingos are and I don't want them to spook. They're very skittish, so the moment that they start picking their heads up and looking around, that's when we need to stop. I know what I'm doing. Shh, you're gonna scare them away.
I'm sick. Being in the sun and being sick, isn't it supposed to like take the sickness out of you? You're supposed to be able to sweat it out.
We've only seen 3 flamingos, Caribbean flamingos, at this location. We've been doing a little bit of reading on the Caribbean flamingo, so that's actually the national bird of the Bahamas. But it hasn't always been that way. In the 1950s, there was less than 5,000 flamingos left all throughout the Bahamas. And people got together and realized that they needed to be protected or these birds were gonna go extinct. And they were a victim of wild hogs that live on the Bahamas Islands, and people eat them. Apparently they taste really good. So they since became protected, and now there's anywhere from 50 to 80,000 flamingos all throughout the Bahamas. And I gotta say, I'm pretty bummed today because I was expecting to see a lot more than what's here. I had this big idea in my mind of what I was expecting to see, but it seems like from what we've been reading, a large part of the population is in the Anaguas, which I really hope we get a chance to go to before we leave the Bahamas.
So one thing you guys will learn about Emily is she reads about something and she's like, oh, that's exactly what we're gonna see. We're gonna see thousands of flamingos.
I craft stories in my head.
She gets super excited.
Super excited.
And sometimes is super disappointed. But I'm not disappointed at all because we just saw 3 of the most beautiful birds in the wild, and we're not even at the Great Anagua park. That is a bird sanctuary there. This is in the actual wild, so it's a little bit different.
I mean, there's the actual wild too, but you know.
Oh my gosh. Well guys, this was a pretty cool day coming out here and finding these flamingos. And hopefully this isn't the first and only time that we get to see them. We certainly hope to visit them and the Anaguas, as Emily is saying, and really get to see them in all of their glory, not just 3 of them. But for now, it's a good start. And Emily got to bring out her big lens, which has been sitting in the cabinet for a while now. So with that, we'll let you guys go.